Flood Protection Secrets, the podcast to the protection against heavy rain and flooding by Dr. Flood, Andreas Klippe.
So the big challenge is, how can house owners like you and me get a flood-free home? How can business managers like you and me get a flood-free company? And how can public servants provide flood-free critical infrastructure and livable cities?
Flood Protection Secrets, the podcast by Dr. Flood, Andreas Klippe. This podcast is for foresighted and proactive people who do not want to shovel the muddy water out of their room while standing in the midst of the disaster.
Therefore, those who design and plan, the architects and engineers, need to construct such buildings and cities, and that even when the entire environment is completely flooded. That is a challenge, and this podcast will give the answers.
Flood Protection Secrets, the podcast by Dr. Flood, Andreas Klippe.
Yes, hello and welcome. Today I talk about the bus. The bus was coming too early and we stood in the rain. And the subtitle is a wet and whimsical tale of rain and resilience. Yes, what is it about? It's a little bit strange, you might say. And what is Andreas Klippe telling today? It's a very special episode. That's true. So everything was different at this day, and picture this. It was a typical Friday, and you are finishing up your work week, and you've just done your grocery shopping for the weekend, and everything seems perfectly normal, right? And well, not quite. Let me take you on a surprisingly wet adventure that happened to me recently. And yeah, I said it already, everything was different today and at this day because I didn't use my car to get to my nearest town. And there's a bus stop just 50 meters from my house in Germany, and this stop leads directly to a supermarket in the next town. So only a 20-minute drive. I'm not much faster in my car. So I wanted to experience using the bus, because it's just in front of me. And so I was at the bus stop. There I was at the bus stop, arms laden with grocery bags, and looking forward to getting home and starting the weekend. And little did I know, Mother Nature had other plans with me. The bus, which is usually as punctual as a well-oiled German clock, decided to be early for once. And guess who missed it? Yours truly. As I stood there contemplating my missed opportunity for a dry journey home, the skies opened up, unleashing a torrential downpour. It wasn't just any rain. It was as if the heavens were competing to set some sort of cosmic rainfall record. But here's where it gets interesting. As the streets began to resemble rivers more than roads, I couldn't help but observe the odd ballet of floating objects. There goes a newspaper sailing like a ship on its maiden voyage. And what's that? A pair of flip-flops. We know that from Southeast Asia. now freed from their pedestrian duties, embarking on a journey to unknown destinations. And let's not forget the impromptu fashion show by fellow pedestrians. Makeshift raincoats fashioned from trash bags, umbrella hats, and the classic newspaper over the head look. It was a mix of creativity and desperation. So better you buy a newspaper from time to time. Huh? So a testament to human resourcefulness in the face of unexpected showers. Amidst this aquatic chaos, something dawned on me. And this was a playful yet potent reminder of the unexpected nature of heavy rainfall and the importance of being prepared. There I was, a flood protection expert caught off guard by the very element I work with. It was both ironic and enlightening. In one line of work, we planned for these scenarios, designing solutions to protect against sudden flooding, but sometimes you just have to experience it firsthand to truly appreciate the unpredictable power of water. As I finally made it home, drenched but amused, I realized that this experience was more than just a funny story. It was a living example of why our work in flood protection is so vital. So, the next time you find yourself caught in the rain, remember it's not just about keeping dry. It's a small glimpse into the challenges we work to overcome every day in protecting our communities from flooding. And today it's a quite short episode, and I have a golden nugget for you. So check whether your home is flood protected enough to withstand the power of rising waters. And as I always say, every building deserves the best flood protection. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Flood Protection Secrets. If you enjoyed this little rainy escapade and want to hear more about our serious and sometimes not so serious takes on flood protection, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, this is Andreas Klippe signing off. Thanks for joining me on this soggy adventure. Remember, stay dry, stay safe, and keep those flood barriers ready. I wish and hope for you that you make the right decisions when it comes to your personal flood protection. And if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to this podcast channel if you haven't already. Now it only remains for me to wish you a good day. Do something with it. Maybe until the next podcast episode. I would be very happy. See you then. As always, stay safe and flood free. Your Andreas Klippe and the whole Flood Experts team.
That's it again with a new episode of Flood Protection Secrets, the podcast by Dr. Flood, Andreas Klippe, German engineer, book author, and head of the Flood Experts. What can Dr. Flood, Andreas Klippe protect for you? Anytime? Worldwide? Contact us or just click through to www.thefloodexperts.de/bonus. Detailed engineering, German quality, safe. Flood protection secrets. The secrets you'll want to unfold.
Don't forget, you're only one flood barrier away.
Subscribe to the season, and you'll never be late for an episode.